One sentence prompt into Claude, a complete Power BI dashboard, visuals placed, measures written automatically, and brand colors applied. Here's exactly what happened. Before we get into it, if you're not already on my free newsletter, Finance Automation Insider, the link is down in the description. Every week I break down workflows just like this one. Plus, when you join, I'll send you a library of prompts and templates you need to build out frameworks like this yourself. Now, building a Power BI dashboard has 3 layers of friction, and most people don't separate them out. But it's critical because a lot of AI tools can only handle one. There's the visual layer. This is where you're dragging in charts and cards, positioning them, binding the right fields, fixing the errors when a binding is wrong. There's the measure layer, opening the formula editor, writing the calculation, validating it, debugging it when it comes back blank. And then there's the formatting layer, clicking each visual one at a time to match fonts, colors, and spacing. Now, the tool that makes this all work is called PBI CLI. It's a connector that gives Claude 2 things: the ability to read and write report visuals directly through the files Power BI stores on disk, and a live connection to the semantic model, so it can create and validate measures. I'm just going to describe the dashboard I want and let Claude figure out the rest. I'm not going to define the measures. I'm not going to specify the formulas. I'm just going to give it the brand information, the colors I want, things it wouldn't know, and I'm going to tell it roughly the KPIs I want. So we're going to ask Power BI to use the tool we just installed, the PBI CLI, format a finance dashboard page in the Coffee Shop Power BI project. We're going to call Claude skill Power BI -build. Now, these skills, if you haven't worked with them in Claude, they're really powerful for getting a lot of repeating processes to work. Now, if you don't know skills, you can click the link up in the description. This is going to be a step-by-step guide to using and installing skills. And if you've signed up for the newsletter, I'm going to send you the skill that really helps enhance this. You can get there completely on your own, but you might run across just a few errors depending on how your setup is. This is going to jump through the majority of any errors or issues you've had, because this is essentially a skill of all of the best practices I've learned. So again, if you have the newsletter, you're going to be able to download that right from the Google Drive I send you, along with a bunch of other prompts and templates that are in there. I'm going to tell it to include these visuals. So I want KPI cards, a bar chart, a matrix. I'm going to tell it to design the layout itself. And then I want to apply my formatting. These are my brand colors. And I'm going to tell it to handle everything itself, make it presentation ready, and validate as it goes. Now, I don't have to give it colors. It could figure out some colors on its own. I don't have to give it KPIs. And for the second dashboard, the point of sale dashboard, we're not going to do any of that. But for the first one, I want to show you just how to structure it a little bit cleaner. Now with that, that's really all we have to do, and then make sure we're just approving things Claude needs to do. We're going to send that away and let Claude go to work. So you'll see right here, it's grabbed the skill I asked it to do. This is our special Power BI build skill. Again, just a compilation of all the best practices I've learned. We're going to just keep allowing Claude to do its work. It's finding the Coffee Shop Power BI project, and then it's going to do its pre-flight checks. All right, it wants to confirm which one we want. We're going to want this one right here. And then, is it currently open? Yes, it's open and loaded. And note this, so the tool requires desktop to be running. It connects via localhost, and so we've got it up and running, and that's what the first step told us to do. So we'll send that away. So far what we see Claude doing, it's connected to Power BI desktop, it's verifying that everything is working there, it's loading the semantic model, and now it's working with the financials table and the financial data to understand the data structure before it starts building it out. All we have to do is sit here and watch. We can go work on other things. We just have to make sure that as it needs us to give it permissions to do, reading or writing or changing folders, that we're just approving that as we go. Now I want to pause and show something really cool that Claude Code is doing. It tested it. It noticed that there was a syntax error. It's figured out the syntax error, and now it's going back to actually fix the syntax error. So we'll go ahead and let it do that. It's keeping us updated as it goes and making sure we're approving any big changes, but it's testing and correcting its own work. All right, and Claude has completed its build out in just over 10 minutes. So we've got all of the measures created, it's got the visuals placed, the theme applied, and it is ready to go. Now, one trick, and there were instructions here saying this, all the work is done on the background, but there's no way for Power BI to refresh itself. So once it does the work, we want to close it, but don't save. If we save, we'll overwrite all the work. So we'll hit don't save, then we simply have to go back and reopen it. So I'm going to come right here to my coffee shop demo. We're going to pop open the project file and we should have a fully functional dashboard. And here it is, our fully functional dashboard. We've got our 3 KPIs up here. We've got our actuals versus budget by location, and we've got our matrix showing the exact revenue by location. If I pop open the financials, you'll see all of the measures have been added right to the model. We did all of this in one shot with Claude. That was it. One prompt, no follow-up, no corrections, no second pass. A single sentence describing what I wanted, and Claude created all the measures in the semantic model, built 5 visuals, and formatted the entire page to match an existing dashboard. The thing worth sitting with is that Claude decided what measures the page needed. I didn't specify any formulas or KPIs. It read the data structure and figured out what analytical layer was needed before it built anything. Now, if you want to see this same workflow applied to more data sets plus the full step-by-step setup process that takes about 5 minutes, then click the link to the video right up here. I'm going to walk you through it step-by-step and you'll be able to build a dashboard in one shot. I'll catch you over there. Until then, this is Mike signing off from F9 Finance. Cheers.